Hello everyone, welcome to my kitchen. Today we are making some homemade bread. This turned out really nice, soft and fluffy as well. So if you are new here, you are welcome to Vicky in the kitchen. Let's get right into the ingredients. So to your mixing bowl, you want to add some lukewarm water, sugar and then active yeast. You want to give this a stir and then cover it and let it sit for about 5 minutes to test if the yeast is active. If you are using instant yeast, then you would want to skip this process. Once the yeast has foamed up nicely, you want to go ahead and add some sugar and vanilla extract for flavor. Then you give it a good mix until it combines very well. Then we are adding some bread flour. You can use all-purpose flour also. And we'll add some salt and then nutmeg. You can omit the nutmeg, but I tell you it adds an extra flavor to the bread, makes it so tasty. So you want to knead this until it just comes together. You can also use your hand to knead this if you don't have a mixer. We are adding in 2 tablespoons of margarine at this point. You can also use butter and it works perfectly. What we are going to do is we are going to continue kneading this until the dough is nice and smooth. In the beginning, you may be making a mess with the margarine, especially when you are kneading by hand. But with time, it becomes nice and smooth, just like this. This should take about 20 minutes by hand. And then one way to check if our dough is ready, which I'm going to show you, is to pick a portion of the dough and then stretch it. If it's not breaking easily, then your dough is ready. So if it breaks easily, you may want to knead it for about 5 more minutes or so until it's nice and stretchy like this, okay? So after that, we are going to grease the dough and the bowl itself with some oil. We will also cover this and keep it in a warm place and let it double in size. This should take about an hour depending on the temperature of where you are. If you're in a cold environment, you can heat up your oven a little or your microwave, turn it off and then put this in for it to rise beautifully. So I have my baking tin here. I'm going to grease this with some margarine. I'm going to let this be a generous one because my baking tin tends to have bread sticking in it when I don't grease it well. But if you have a non-stick one, that's fine. You can just use some parchment paper or lightly grease it with some cooking oil or margarine or butter. So our dough has doubled in size beautifully. We are just going to punch out the air, and then with our rolling pin, we are going to roll this into somewhat like a rectangle. The next thing we are going to do is to roll the dough tightly to itself. The reason why we roll it tightly is so that we don't have air pockets in the bread when it's done baking, okay? So just like you are seeing on the screen, roll it tightly, and then when you are done, you will seal the back side just like I am doing, okay? Make sure that the bread is almost about the same length as your baking tin so that you don't have an even baking. After placing the bread in the tin, we are going to cover this and let it double in size beautifully for about an hour or until you can see that it's almost filling the pan, just like this. Right now, this is what we have. It's almost filled the pan and we are satisfied with the results. So I'm going to bake this in my preheated oven until it's nice and golden brown and also very well cooked. This should take about 20 to 25 minutes at 180 degrees Celsius. So once we are done, this is what the bread looks like. Beautifully done, nice and golden. And immediately you want to take this out of the pan, okay? So if you want to take it out of the pan and it's giving you trouble, you may want to hit it on the surface until it comes off, okay? It works very well with this method. So you can see that mine just came out right away when I hit it on the surface for some time. And this is what we have. So you want this to cool down completely, but because of time, I'm going to still go ahead and cut it for you to see. And this came out very soft and fluffy. You can pair it with any beverage of your choice. You can also freeze this until you are ready to use it. It keeps it fresh. Let me know in the comments if you'll be making this very soon. Thank you for watching. Remember, God loves you and has a great plan for your life. See you in my next video. Bye.